T-Rex did not make the trip this time.
Are those altocumulus castellanus? No, they're not. They don't look like castles. But there are some raindrops coming out near Falmouth or in Dennis. Hardly any air moving down near the ground, but up in the sky it's coming in from the southwest. 20 miles an hour on top of Mount Washington this morning. The calm after the storm. The storm really didn't materialize down here the way we thought it would. I mean, Nantucket Sound did go to 40 knots for a minute, but it really ramped up when it got to the coast of New Hampshire and Maine, where there were gusts past 60 miles an hour, and nobody got 6 inches of rain. Only 5.95 in Manchester, Maine. Same on Mount Washington. You got to go on Twitter and look at Ryan Knapp's videos of the Ellis River coming down, where there's a flood warning now in effect. Well, I think it's just expiring. Still raining in Maine. I talk about that upper level low and the trough axis staying west of us. As long as the trough axis is west to us, we're vulnerable to any little impulses coming along on the east side. And that's what's happening this morning with that little bit of rain crossing Cape Cod. It still looks like a beautiful weekend. Come back this way, see what's going on to the north. It was still foggy coming down here yesterday. I'll show you that in a few minutes. Down from Weymouth to Cape Cod anyhow. So a low pressure system over the Great Lakes states is gonna sort of sit there and spin for a couple of days, and we have drier air coming in from the southwest. Technically it is polar air replacing our tropical air, but it's quite modified because it's coming through Canada and then down through, say, almost Missouri and then up at us into Massachusetts. So dew points around 50, temperature's gonna be about 65. Gorgeous day today, and tomorrow more the same. And then we're gonna have an impulse coming out of the south. Not a tropical impulse, but a vigorous wave on sort of a triple point low, a triple point front with a low going right over eastern Massachusetts Monday with some showers. That's a Monday thing. We've already had a half a foot of rain this month. We don't really need any more. This lawn was totally burnt out. I thought it was almost dead, but look at it's come back in the last 6 weeks, so that's great. So after this gorgeous weekend, Monday and Tuesday, a couple of showers, then the upper level low finally does try and come through here in the middle and second half of next week. Might eke out a snowflake or two in the mountains, but it's just going to turn cooler in the middle of the week, maybe some instability showers. And then on the backside of that cool air, by next weekend, we're going to be seeing a warm up. And if you look at the really long range, we've got some real warm, almost summertime warmth coming at us around 24th or 25th, somewhere in there. And I think it's after that, probably about Halloween or so. There are signs that there could be some more tropical trouble trying to come north, and probably a real sharp cold front coming in at that time of year. So I think, this storm was kind of just a shot over the bow. We might do it again in late October because it's a late October thing. All right, that's just speculation for the most part, old man hunch. I'm almost old. I think I'm old. Been doing it for, 40 years. Anyhow, I'll leave you with some pretty travel down Route 3. I love the foliage on Route 3 to Cape Cod, where it was not so pretty initially, but boy, did it recover nicely. And I accidentally called those crows in this video a roost. It was not a roost. It was a murder of crows on top of a shell station. That's a little unusual. A little like a scene out of the Birds. I've seen roosts of crows before, but not usually on the roof. The shell station. Look at that. They're headed for Bass River. Follow those crows into the fog. Why is it still foggy here? It's the outwash plume from that system. Temperature and dew point still in the 60s down here. South Dennis. No sunset for us. So if we look straight up, really carefully, there is blue sky. So it is turning into a nice weekend. All right, 6 p.m. Never give up on the sunset. Oh, so close. Down Landing Road, back to Bass River. Follins Pond. Tide looks pretty high. Water level is getting higher on Bass River, especially since we're widening the bridges. Hopefully it's going to make it cleaner too. Gorgeous sunset. Friday, October 14, 2022. This is where I learned weather, right here on Follins Pond. Wow, you see all those swirls out there? I think those are all fish swirls. Not positive, but I think so. Oh darn, I think we just flushed some ducks. Just missed it. A bunch of them flew. Yeah, this is where I grew up. Water didn't usually get this high. High tide, very light wind, drier, cooler air coming in from the southwest on the backside of that real high amplitude system where it's snowing in the Great Lakes. But for southern New England, it's a beautiful weekend.